This is the Global Response Center of Impact, a new coalition aimed at keeping the world safe from cyber-terrorism.
We do have a map which shows the top 25 attacking IPs from around the globe. And actually we have plotted it onto Google Earth. So we are able to zoom down to a specific area where we think this attack might have come down from.
The Impact Coalition brings together the 190 member countries of the International Telecommunication Union, the oldest UN body, as well as law enforcement agencies like Interpol, the private sector and academia.
Cyber-terrorism does not refer to the inconvenience of not getting your email for a few hours or to having your mailbox littered with spam. It refers to a threat which is far more dangerous, far more sinister than that.
Chaos as air traffic control systems broke down.
Impact has produced a video to illustrate some of those threats.
Cyber-terrorists are believed to have infiltrated the...
Cyber-terrorists taking control of air traffic systems, nuclear power plants and dams. In some instances, it's come a lot closer to reality than most people realize.
Infrastructure and military.
We have documented proof of incidents which could have been catastrophic if it was completed, which involves acts of terrorism on critical infrastructure using cyber means. So if you were to ask me how real is a threat, I will say the threat is very real, and it's really a time bomb that's ticking away.
Malaysia, for one, has recognized the danger. The country's Prime Minister, Abdullah Badawi, was a driving force behind Impact, and his government pumped in some $13 million of seed money to establish its new nerve center, which Badawi officially opened here last month.
Just as there are malicious individuals and groups bent on causing harm to communities and to nations in the real world, governments around the world must also prepare to deal with similar threats in cyberspace.
Impact will be guided by an international group of advisors that comprises big names from the world of the internet and cybersecurity.
Symantec has strategically placed security probes, network servers, and as well as sensors around the world, about 40,000 sensors across 180 countries. And we're taking that intelligence and feeding them directly into Impact, because we believe that security is all about intelligence. It's all about knowing what's happening elsewhere before it hits you.
One country that has been hit by a coordinated cyber attack is Estonia. In 2007, unknown forces bombarded the country's internet servers until they crashed, paralyzing the network of Estonia's government, banks, media and emergency services. Impact aims to make sure nothing like that will happen again, collating information on possible cyber attacks and then getting the information out quickly to law enforcement agencies and governments. Impact, like the ITU, has chosen to be inclusive and is willing to collaborate even with countries that many consider threats in themselves, like North Korea and Iran.
In order for us to adequately address the security of the global community as a whole, we cannot have pockets of safe havens where criminals or terrorists or the undesirable elements can seek refuge. And therefore, having such a wide range of coalition is absolutely essential in our work.
But individual countries also have a critical role to play in protecting themselves.
The response should start at home. You need to have local, legal and regulatory framework at national level. You need to have the technical framework, and then you need to have the proper capacity building for it, as well as the international framework that we are building through our Impact.
The ITU is assisting its poorer member countries to do just that, and it will work with Impact to ensure that it's not only the world's economic and technological powerhouses that are able to protect themselves from the threat of catastrophic cyber attacks.